What's up, YouTube? It's Dead Drop, and today we're going to be going over a deck profile that I think is really fun and actually just works really well together. But not too many people really expect it to work well together. And it's overall, I just have a really fun time playing this. I would even consider taking it to a regional. I would have to refine and rebuild quite a bit. But for right now, this is perfectly fun for locals. A really fun deck to play. And I'll kind of go over actually before I go over the deck profile. I want to give shoutouts to like pretty much as everyone in SYA, or not everyone, but a lot of people, especially the people on Nats. The funny thing is, we were sitting in our hotel room at Nationals the night after day one, and we're just talking about, well, what deck would work really well together. And, Al suggested True Draco and Altergiests together, and I was like, holy shit, yeah, that's going to be really good. So we built it, and we've been refining it since Nats. We did take it to a few regionals, and it did all right, but not as well as we wanted it to. But yeah, besides that, we'll just kind of get into the deck profile um, and talk about it. So we only played one Majesty's Maiden. You don't really need more than one. You want to keep this deck profile short, or the deck list short, just because you're playing two decks put together pretty much. So one Maiden, and then we're playing two Ignis Heat. Ignis Heat is really good, but he's not quite as good as Dynamite Knight. So once again, we just kind of want to keep this a small package here. And then we played the one Dynamite Knight. This is the guy who has a lot of fun. That makes this deck a lot of fun and actually gives you a lot of interaction with your Altergeist stuff. So whenever your opponent activates anything, you can activate a trap. So even if they try to ash or just hand trap you or do anything on your turn, you can activate a trap from your deck, and then that actually triggers multi-faker, which is really fun. Which I really like about this card. One of the reasons I really like this deck together. Then we played one Metaltron because this deck kind of has like, it loses the ability to play as many floodgates as like True Draco could. So having something else to put like big in there is just really good to have. And then we get into the Altergeist portion, which is three multi-faker. We're playing a lot more Altergeist than we are True Draco. So three multi-faker. Self-explanatory. He's kind of the heart and soul of the deck. Then we play three Seek. This card actually has fun interaction with True Draco once again. You can normal summon this, and instead of doing Link Rebo, you can use your diagram to search things, and then you get her search too, because she is not a when effect, but she is a if effect, so she cannot miss timing. If she could miss timing, then it would be a big difference. But since it's if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can search. So you get just two searches off a diagram, which is a lot of fun. Then we played only two Marionetter. We had to cut down somewhere, and that's just the place to cut it down. So it's just, yeah, kind of self-explanatory. And then two Silk. We tried playing this at one for a while, but we just really couldn't. Like, it was just not good enough. At one, like if you draw it, you lose most of your plays, so you just have to play it at two. And that's it for monsters. No, we're not playing hand traps. You guys can refine and rebuild to play hand traps. You can definitely fit three Ash Blossom in here, but we're not playing super meta. This is more fun. So, three Diagram. This card's just really good. Once again, like it has the you can hit Seek with this, like I just talked about. Two True Draco Heritage. I feel like three just ends up being a little bit too much, and it clogs with the Altergeist stuff. So two is just good enough for us. And then two Disciples. Once again, we're just trying to keep the engine down to a minimal. Yeah. Then two Terraforming. Now you could say, well, why aren't you playing Metaverse? It would work better. It does, but you want to be able to search Multi-Faker by attributing your Seek with Diagram, and this just you just have to do this first turn. Like, you have to see this turn one. So that's kind of why you play that over Metaverse. Three-Potted Duality. A lot of times you don't special summon on your turn one. So this is just a good card you don't really need. Self-explanatory. Altergeist play it, and True Draco play it, so why wouldn't we play it in this? And then we play the Altergeist stuff here. We'll go over first. We play two Protocol. You can consider bumping this to three, but I think two is good enough. Please note that it is a continuous. So you contribute this stuff with your True Draco monsters. One reason you play it is really cool. And then we play two Manifestation. This can be a little bit cloggy. You can cut this down for 3 protocol, 1 manifestation. I'm just playing 2 for now. Um, just been testing it lately. 3 spoofing. Um, this is like the best one in my opinion. You can't search it. That's why we're playing 3. It's not searchable. It's still continuous. So if you see 2, you can distribute them for your true Draco stuff. So it's not that big of a deal to break them as much. So that's a lot of fun. And then we'll play. Then we do the true Draco stuff, which we're just playing 2 Apocalypse and 1 Return. I would consider maybe just playing 3 Apocalypse and not Return. Return to special summon from your graveyard kind of conflicts with your Altergeist stuff because you can't special summon any Altergeist for the rest of you can only special summon Altergeist for the rest of the turn. And True King Return conflicts with it. So not as good of a thing. So you could just play 3 Apocalypse. Apocalypse is like the best one in the deck. And then that's the one downside is we can only play a few Floodgates in this deck. A lot less than True Dracos by themselves play. And that's 2 anti-spell, 1 skill drain. This plus protocol on field is super good. You're just always sitting in a solid position. And then extra deck is not really important. The most stuff you go into is would be your Altergeist stuff. So yeah, you have 2 Hexia. You could play 3. It really doesn't matter. Probably never comes up. 1 Prime Banshee. One thing is you can also play Kadolga. We just don't have it in here. I don't even have a full extra deck made because you just don't really go into it. And then the rest is like just cherries targets here. A Clara if you really need it. And just more cherries, just all the cherries targets. That's all that really matters. We don't have a side deck for this deck built. It was just a deck I want to showcase. It wasn't anything meant to be too serious or anything like that. But it's just a lot of fun. So you do what you want with the extra deck. You can do so many things. This could be a deck that would actually do the new pot card very well. Since you don't rely on too much on drawing after. Since like Demise and you don't play Desires or anything like that. But anyway, guys. Please let me know what you think. Please comment, like, subscribe. Give it a test and see how it goes. We'll talk to you later. See ya.